Well, hello. Hi. Now, I have been collecting Barbie dolls since 2013, so I have been collecting for 12 years now, and I've never done a doll video before. It's something that's been on my bucket list. It's something that I've always wanted to do, but I've never been as happy and as satisfied with my collection as I am right now. This is definitely the most tailored iteration of my collection that I've had thus far in my 12 years of collecting. Now, I do want to preface this video by saying that I had a doll purge back in 2013. I moved into my new place in 2014, and I moved with 5 Barbie dolls. My plan was to stop collecting, but I kept finding a lot of gems in thrift stores. So I want to say 80% of my collection is thrifted, which makes it 10 times more special because that to me just means that most of these girlies found their way to me. You know what I mean? Like these gems that I have in my collection found me. So, of course, I had to open this video with, I think, my favorite Barbie doll of all time, which is Fashionista 147, rebodied into a curvy. And this is the curvy body from that. I think she was a break dancer from 2020, 2019, the one with the hot pink hair that came with a boombox. Love the brow ridge on the nose. I love her nose. I love her masculine features. Absolutely adore her. I think she's insanely gorgeous. Like this to me is the epitome of beauty. This is the beauty standard to me. This is what I aspire to look like. So yeah, this is my mini-me. Let's get to the other. Top here, I have Barbie cases that have my extra 80s Barbie dolls that I want to restyle and eventually display. I just don't have the outfits. This doll I bought in I think 2019, 2018 on OfferUp, back when that still was a thing and it was still safe to buy from there. I wouldn't pay more than 20 for her because again, I got her for $10. These two dolls are very sentimental to me. This one I got in 2015, I think. And I gifted her to my niece who passed away. And thankfully, I got her back from my sister's house. And I didn't even want to retouch her. She has braids. I just put the stole back on because I kept the stole. And this is how I got her back. I don't want to touch her. I want to keep her like this forever. I'm not sure if my sister did the braids or my other niece did the braids, but this doll just means the world to me. This was my first doll that I ever bought. I'm pretty sure I was in the 8th grade, so I saved my bus money for like 3 days. I was so nervous that the cashier was gonna think that she was for me that I also bought a gift bag and I bought a gift card so that when he rang me out, it looked like she was gonna be a present for somebody. This was my first ever Barbie doll, the first one that I ever got back in 2013 at Family Dollar. I wish he had the Family Dollar $5 sticker in the corner like they usually have. But this one I just recently got off secondhand for a good price. And I'm going to keep her in the box forever because she's the one that started this whole thing. This one is my favorite Barbie doll of all time. That's Fashionista 147, who opened this video, my mini-me. So just in case something happens to her, I have a first edition ready to go. This is an extra Mia Colucci doll. Mia Colucci is my online name. That's the name that I use whenever I create profiles. Of course, I had to have her. And for those of you who watched the novela, I had to have the flip phone. When I found it at Family Dollar for like $1, just to go with this doll. This was my first ever Build-A-Bear. I just had to get it because of the Barbie collab. This styling her I found at the thrift store, and I got her because I've never seen a superstar Barbie styling head, let alone an African-American version. I do not know where she's from. The closest I found was the beaded styling head. I'm not sure what the name of it is, but I'll put a picture. That's the closest I found, but they don't have an African-American version with purple lips and a blue top. This doll is also very special to me. I found her in box at my thrift store. And I was with my mom and I asked her, hey, can you buy me this? And she was like, yeah, sure. So this is the first ever Barbie doll that my mom got me. And this was back in 2024. So this was recently. This was last year. And I feel like we've come so far. So this doll is very special to me. Also wouldn't trade her for the world. I got this Squishable, I think, because it was on sale at Target. I have an inbox Mariah Carey 2nd edition. I only have 4, which is embarrassing. I should have 10 by now, but whatever. Now, this is one of my, if not my favorite shelf of my whole collection. I call this my Ladies of the 80s shelf, and I was lucky enough that I was able to thrift this entire shelf, which is insane to me. Very few pieces on the shelf are handpicked. When I say handpicked, I mean I deliberately went to a website, I typed in what I needed, and I bought it for retail or for secondhand market prices. We're gonna start in the back, and I hope you guys can see. I have the entire Barbie and the Rockers lineup and some extras. That facial mold of Ken, and with the mullet. Are you kidding me? And then he comes in like this Alex Silver outfit that's just insane. I was lucky to find a Dee Dee in good condition. I have a second Dee Dee. A Diva in good condition. I have a second Diva. I have 3 Divas actually. I paid 10 bucks for these 3, and then the rest were $5 a piece, which I think was a bargain. This is Sparkle Light Barbie, and I'm not sure what Ken this is. I think these 2 are the only Kens to use this face mold, so I'm happy that I found him. These 2 were baggy dolls. Baggy meaning, you know, the bags that you find at like Savers or Salvation Army, Goodwill, and it's like $3 for like $5. This one comes with one of my favorite 80s Barbie pieces, which is that negligee nightgown that she comes with. It's purple and it's see-through and it's gorgeous and it's provocative but also classy. This doll was $5 as well, and I found her with the rest of the crew of Barbie and the Rockers. This outfit is handpicked. I had to order this outfit because it's just too iconic and I could not have her without the outfit. It is ridiculous. I can just imagine her showing up at NASA at the space station with this outfit on. This Barbie is, I think, one of my favorite Barbie dolls. Like, when I think of stereotypical Barbie, I think of her. This one's the tropical something Barbie, and I also have Tropical Island, Tropical Fun Miko from the same line. This doll is just beautiful. She's tan. Her face is perfect. I have 2 of her. Her hair is so long and golden and luxurious. I have her in, this is either a Sears or a Best Buy outfit. The rare one that you would find at Sears, I think that's what it is. All thrifted, of course. I have my Dance Club Barbie, Dance Club Devin, and Dance Club Ken. These 2 also came with the roster for $5. This one came in a bag. This outfit I pieced together accidentally. I kept thrifting and parts and bits and pieces kept coming. The only thing that was handpicked was the shirt. This doll, I don't think I'll ever be able to find the outfit on its own on eBay for a reasonable price. I don't see many listings for Dance Club Devin. I have her in this Barbie fashion pack, and it almost makes her look like a pimp, and I am here for it. Like, she's ready to pimp the girls out. First in the front, I have all of my favorite divas at the moment. This one kind of backdoored me. I had the doll, and I had really high hopes to find the outfit in the thrift stores, but I couldn't. So I had to handpick and order this outfit, this one as well. And then when this outfit finally arrived and I dressed her up, I was like, yeah, I understand the hype. I was lucky to find this doll in a bag at my local thrift store. I think she was $2. This is Date and Night Barbie, the African-American version, and she looks absolutely stunning. I think that hot pink is the pop of color that she needs. This doll also rear-ended me. He backdoored me with no lube and no preparation whatsoever. This dress was one of the first vintage pieces that I thrifted last year. So then my local thrift store had one of her, so I got her. And then that same day that I got her at my local antique shop, I found this one at the thrift store in a bag for $3. The wrap is handpicked, and then I saw the commercials. And then in one of the shots of the commercial, one of the girls had her dressed like this with this hairdo, and instantly I fell in love. Dare I say, I like her better than Peaches and Cream. With the parasol, she kind of reminds me of Princess Peach, and she's kind of the centerpiece of the shelf. Just looking like a whole flower. This doll also surprised me. I had to restyle her because the presentation that she comes in, this is Wedding Day Tracy. The way that she comes styled in the box does her justice. She has one of the prettiest stuffy face molds in my opinion, with the green eyes and those puckered lips. So I restyled her and gave her this Campus Sweetheart fashion pack that was really expensive, and I almost took the hit, but thankfully somebody posted it for 20 bucks and I snatched it up. She's kind of giving me 80s, 70s Trixie Tang. You know, she's like the most popular girl in school. This doll is just a testament to having faith. I've been wanting a Peaches and Cream Barbie doll for years in my collection, but I never took the hit and I don't know why. And I finally found this doll, which in my opinion is a prettier screening of Peaches and Cream. And then I found another one, and then I found another one. So I have 3 Peaches and Cream. but I didn't have the outfit, and I almost took the hit. Incomplete is like 30-40 bucks, and I almost took the hit because I really want her to have this outfit. And then one day I went to my local thrift store where I found the other two, and lo and behold, I found the dress and I found the shawl. The shawl is not in good condition, which is why I have her in this like very, you know, Hispanic Virgen Maria kind of style, but that's okay. That's okay. This entire doll was thrifted. I think I paid at most $20 for this entire doll and the extra two peaches and creams, and I really feel blessed. We have my 90s shelf. All of these dolls are 90s dolls and are thrifted or from flea markets, which again I'm very grateful for, with the exception of the holiday Barbie doll back there and totally hair Barbie. The dress was thrifted, but the doll wasn't. What's important to me when I'm thrifting dolls and when I find dolls is that the face is good and the hair is good. She can have missing limbs, she can have bitten arms, she can be missing whatever. As long as the face and the hair are good, I'm good and I'll take her home. And this doll is the reason why I even got Totally Hair Barbie on eBay, because I was rushing home thinking this was Totally Hair Barbie because obviously they look alike. I just thought somebody had cut her hair maybe. This is probably my favorite 90s Barbie. I dare say this face is prettier than Totally Hair Barbie. This is the Baywatch Barbie. It's giving me Pamela Anderson. It's giving me everything she's supposed to be giving me. Face is absolutely gorgeous. That shade of blonde is, I think, my favorite shade of blonde on Barbie. And the way that this swimsuit fits her body. This one, in my opinion, is the prettiest Teresa of all time. This is one of the prettier Teresas of all time. I don't think they did her justice with the outfit that she comes with. I think this is called Locket Surprise Teresa. This is, of course, the Glitter Beach Teresa. She's giving me Julia Roberts and Pretty Woman. So I am eventually going to restyle her if I don't end up selling her. I have that one, I think that's called Hispanica, as opposed to Hispana. Can you guys tell me why mine has black legs, but most of the ones that I see new in box don't have the black legs? Is this a variant, or is this the wrong doll? Like, I'm pretty sure this is the Ocean Friends Barbie. I have the Ocean Friends Kira as well. Found them in the same thrift shop. This is one of my favorite dolls as well. This is the Northwestern Native American Barbie. It was handpicked. I bought her back in 2019, I think. This goddess face sculpt is honestly so Central American coded. Like, I know a lot of indigenous women from my country that look like this. She was also handpicked. Got her in 2018-19 because she was inappropriate according to the adults back in the day. So of course I had to get the controversial tramp stamp Barbie. But yeah, that's my 90s shelf. These two are my favorite dolls from the 90s. I do prefer these two over Totally Hair Barbie. It's just, they do something to me. They're just so gorgeous, and I think they're so quintessential 90s. This is my truly, genuinely vintage shelf. In the back, I have my overflow of ladies of the 80s and Kens from the 80s. In the front, I have my genuine vintage from 1979 and under. I think 1978 and all the way back to 1963, 62. So let's dive in and see what we have. On the back, like I said, I mainly have the overflow of the 80s dolls. The Hart Family face sculpt kind of reminds me of Jennifer Lawrence. So I have her restyled. One of my favorite Barbie outfits from the Fashion Avenue line. She's given me Jennifer Lawrence in 1996. She's a gorgeous doll. I think the way that they present her is hideous. Her as a single lady of the 80s, absolutely stunning. This one is a fun to dress Barbie. She's gorgeous. I have her in a Perfume Pretty outfit that I thrifted. This one is Great Shape Barbie, and in my opinion, the prettier face of Great Shape Barbie. This is my second Dream Glow Barbie that I was talking about earlier. This one, Miss Donald Trump over there with the orange shrunken face, is Cool Times Barbie, I think. This doll and this doll, I was lucky because I found them at an antique shop. Both of them with a Tammy, I think, doll for 25 bucks for all three. I had to repaint half of her face. So if you look closely, her eyebrows, her lips, her cheek, and her eye on the right side of her face don't exactly match in color. This Ken is a live action Ken that I got at the thrift store, and he's a baggy doll. Finding the outfit for this Ken has been impossible But I recently got a lot of vintage outfits, 60s outfits, which is how I was able to dress all of these dolls for 20 bucks. And this one came with that. I'm just missing the pants. He doesn't have any pants. I will order the pants, but sometimes, just sometimes, you guys, I don't feel like paying $10 for a pair of pants for a doll. I have two Malibu Barbies that I found at an antique shop for I think 15 bucks, 20 bucks each. This one came in her original swimsuit. Dolls, this one came in a my first Barbie fashion, I think. This one is kind of giving me Newport Barbie. There's a Newport edition of the Malibu Barbie. I'm not sure if they mean Newport Beach, California. To me, this one's giving Newport, Rhode Island. Well, this one's my Newport, Rhode Island Barbie, where she's ready to go on a yacht with her old money. This one is a Superstar Barbie. I'm pretty sure this is the roller skating one. Her hair is cut, so I gave her this rain jacket outfit from the 60s. This is how I find the dolls. I haven't fixed him yet. I have to retouch the eyebrow and the hair. I'll do it eventually, but he's just Ken, so I'm not really worried about him. Found him at the antique shop for 30 bucks, and he came with this outfit, with this iconic suit that a lot of collectors have him in. This is beauty queen Barbie. I have her in this like winter outfit. I added more blue eyeshadow because I thought that blue was absolutely gorgeous, so I wanted her more. So I dragged her up a little bit. Here is Midge. Recently, she was handpicked. I wanted a Midge in my collection, and I do want an Allen. I'm gonna handpick him as well. This is a carnival or something fair outfit that came with the lot that I told you guys about. So this bubble cut Barbie was the first vintage purchase that I ever did. I got her at an antique mall way in the cut in the suburbs in my state. She was in really good condition. All I did was repaint the lips red. Now, I'm not sure if she's 62 or 63. I know she predates the Midge right next to her because on her butt she has the Barbie stamp as opposed to Midge having the Barbie and Midge stamp, and the bubble cuts after Midge having also the Barbie and Midge stamp. So I took a gamble with these two on eBay because the images were really blurry. They weren't specific. The sellers, you could just tell they were just trying to get rid of them. But I got them for a really great price. This PJ came with a lot of a bunch of 60s, 70s Barbie clothes and also some dusty clothes. And I do mean Dusty the doll. Not that the clothes were dusty. I would like to have more Malibu PJs, but I just don't think it's worth paying like $50 for a doll in a bathing suit. I did think that I got the prettier one. This is Sun Loving Malibu PJ. Some people think that they all have the same screening. I personally don't think so. This one, for example, has more purple around her eyes, and her eyeliner is a bit thicker. I just think this one's a prettier one out of all of them. I was watching the Brady Bunch the other day, and the big kid, I forgot his name, he was putting sunblock on this girl who looks suspiciously a lot like this Malibu PJ. So, and I think that episode predated the doll. So you tell me if maybe that's the inspiration for this doll. Now, this Ken was such an easy purchase. I remember I really wanted a mod hair Ken, but then in one of my books, one of my collecting books from the 70s, I was reading about the Now Look Ken. The first edition of Now Look Ken, he was a little bit effed up. The hairline was effed up. The hair was a little bit shorter. This is the second edition, I believe, second wave, where they fixed the hair and the hair's longer, the hairline's better. I looked it up and they had listings for ridiculous prices. The lady had one listing for $9. Images were blurry, but I was like, I'll take a gamble. So these are some of my skippers, last but not least. I have them because I just happened to stumble upon them at the antique shop. I don't really like them. I think that's Malibu skipper, pose and play skipper. And then the third one that I found in a bag, I'm gonna get rid of them as soon as possible. They just throw off the scale of my collection. I'm not a fan, but they just happen to be there. I was like, sure, why not? This shelf is also a dream come true. These are obviously all handpicked. I'm gonna start with Stevie Nicks. I had the opportunity to get her as soon as she came out. I had her in my cart. Pretty sure I pre-ordered her, but I canceled her because I have no idea who this woman is. I don't know a single song. I do now because you guys posted them on the Barbie fan page on Facebook. But I had no idea who this woman is. And of course, I have James Dean in the bag because he was one, K for pay. And allegedly, of course. And two, James Dean, for sure. Said you had to leave to start your life over. Of course I had to have James Dean. In the back, I have my unboxed Mia Colucci. I have Lupita. And I have Roberta Pardo. What's Lupita's last name? Fernandez. Guadalupe Fernandez. Of course, I have Giovanni and Diego, or Christopher y Cristian. Tengo toda la banda. I have the whole band of RBD. I have Anaí in the front because she's just so iconic. Anaí to us was kind of our Paris Hilton. To Central America and Brazil. She was our beauty standard for a really long time. Everybody wanted to be like her. Everybody wanted to date her. She was just the it girl. Maite Perroni and Dulce Maria. I wish the Dulce Maria was on a curvy body because she's curvy now. So excited to have this Anaí doll. I do want the original Mia Colucci doll from 2007, 2008. But I'm not going to pay $90 for her. Hopefully I find her at the thrift store. But it's okay. I have this version of Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling from the Barbie and Ken movie dolls. So I had this doll, and I thought she was gorgeous, but I put her aside. When he came out, I was very interested in that face sculpt because it doesn't look like him, but it does. But when I took him out of the box and I put them together, I was like, that looks like a centerpiece for a shelf. And it's just the pop of color on the shelf. Colors on the shelf are muted and a little more demure because they're true to life. They're mimicking life, so they're not extravagant. This just gives it a pop of color, and it also fits on my Ladies of the 80s shelf. Celia Cruz. Of course, I had to have Celia Cruz.
Que todo aquel que piensa que la vida es desigual, tiene que saber que no es así, que la vida es una hermosura. Y hay que vivirla.
I found this Britney doll at a flea market. Rosie O'Donnell doll I wanted to get for a really long time, and I was gonna pay the $15 that she's worth on eBay. But then I found her in a bag for $3 complete. And I was just so excited because Rosie O'Donnell has one of my favorite Mariah Carey interviews. Especially that interview where she's like, hello.
Trampy dress. Hello. Rosie, you have a beautiful. Wait a minute.
I have something to say.
Okay, all right.
For the first 5 or 6 or 7 years of my career, they made me wear a top up to here and things like this. And I want to show it, show my body in a dress. I'm gonna show it.
All right, but honey.
And then Mariah had the best comeback ever. Really wanted this doll just to cement that moment in time where she and Mariah Carey had those iconic interviews. I have Miss Ariana Grande, or Grandi Butera. I have this Marilyn Monroe for years. I think I first got her in 2017. This is a hybrid, so the body and the outfit is from Gentlemen Prefer Blonde, Barbie as Marilyn. And the face sculpt is from How to Marry a Millionaire, which in my opinion is the face sculpt that's more true to her likeness. More so than the Happy Birthday, Mr. President. And of course, I have 2 of the 4 Mariah dolls. This one is first edition because of the eyebrows. And this is my, they told me there would be tea version of the doll. I have Cha-Cha there with her as well. The new version of Mariah Carey in one of her obsessed music video outfits. This one's a second edition with the new eyebrows, which is funny because when I got this doll, I immediately erased these eyebrows and gave her these eyebrows and posted it on the website. I was like, hey guys, want a more accurate Mariah Carey, just fix the eyebrows. So these like sort of jagged, angular-ish eyebrows didn't make any sense to me. And lo and behold, they fixed it. So I'm not saying that I'm influential, and I'm not saying that I had any part of making this doll, but what I'm saying is that I basically co-created this doll. I had wanted a Mariah Carey doll, I think, since 2016, 2017, and back then it was a struggle because there was no Mariah doll. I started a petition in 2019 for Mattel to make a Mariah Carey doll, and now I'm not saying that I made this doll happen. Me and all of the other devoted lambs who signed my petition, I kept emailing Mattel. It was just really crazy. And when this doll was announced, it was kind of like I was just like, I can move on with my life. Like, this is happening. You guys have to understand that this was such a niche problem to have, right? Not being a lamb, but being a lamb and also a Barbie collector and really wanting a Mariah Carey Barbie. That's such a specific problem to have. The fact that it was answered in my lifetime, I feel just so happy. I'm just so content. I painted the crap out of the Hilary Duff doll that came out in the early 2000s. The absolute crap. And I succeeded once, and I lost that doll. Have no idea where that doll is. But I still have one of the head molds that I heavily repainted and failed countless times back in 2016 and 17. Keep it for memory. I keep it and I remember it fondly for the struggle days where we had to just make do with what we had. I kept asking my best friend, why won't they make a Mariah Carey doll? And she was like, she must have pissed somebody off of Mattel. And again, I'm not saying that I made this doll happen, but you know, you're welcome. Next shelf, I like to call my modern classic. I'm missing quite a few. I think one of the dolls that would really cement this shelf for me would be Modern Circle Simone. And I would put her in the middle of these two because she kind of marries both sides together with the centerpiece of the shelf, which is the Andy Warhol Barbie from 2017, 2018, I think. Wanted this doll for years since she came out. I finally took the hit in 2019. I bought her new in box for $50, and I thought that that was outrageous. I'm happy to have her. She is one of the 5 that I moved into the space with last year. I just think she's absolutely stunning. So camp with the dress of her face on it. The prettiest uses of fur in a Barbie doll, I think. I have the holiday Barbie. She was giving me Daphne vibes, so I wanted her in purple. And this is a birthday wishes from last year, I believe. And I think she looks divine in that. These two I found at the same flea market. This is the City Shopper one. 20 bucks, 20 bucks. Both new in box. I got to unbox them. I was happy. Probably gonna sell both of them at some point. The pink Gala Odile. This one is that face variant one. One of them comes with smaller eyes. This one comes with those big superstar eyes. Bought 2, gave 1 to my niece, and I kept 1, restyled this one. Honestly, absolutely gorgeous. 10 out of 10, Angel Ken. This was a grail piece for me for years. I didn't buy her in 2019 for 110 because I thought that was too expensive. But thankfully, one seller decided to get rid of her collection one day, and she sold it to me for 110. Let's talk about how much she looks like Amy Winehouse. The pink with the black tattoo sleeves with the cello. Are you kidding me? A work of art. A work of art. Look at that bustier. Absolutely gorgeous. This one was another one that I instantly became obsessed with. She's giving me Harley Quinn in Gotham City. Absolutely stunning in the fact that they're complementary to each other. I have the holiday 2009 Barbie back there because I felt like she fit into this. Very gorgeous. Doesn't look like a holiday Barbie doll to me. This is the 2024 Redhead Walmart exclusive. When I saw her, I immediately thought of Harley Davidson, the redhead that I already had. And I was like, yeah. Especially with those earrings and that makeup, I was like, yeah, no, that's Harley Davidson right there. Back there I have the 2016 holiday Barbie, the Claudette face sculpt. I have her in a simple pink outfit. When I find an outfit that speaks to me and that speaks to her, I'll restyle her and I will definitely put her in the front. This shelf is special to me because tale as old as time. I am no different than the thousands of people out there who, when I was a little boy, I wasn't allowed to play with dolls. I wasn't allowed to touch them. I grew up with like 5 female cousins, an older sister. So I was surrounded by dolls and I wanted to play with dolls, but I wasn't allowed to. I would play with like cars and toy soldiers and like Max Steel, if you guys remember him. This shelf is special to me, one, because these dolls found their way to me. Found a bunch of them at the thrift store because somebody had donated their child's entire like Barbie princess collection. A couple of them, they were new in box from Facebook Marketplace. This shelf is basically what my childhood Barbies would have looked like. This shelf is basically what my room would have looked like had I been allowed to play with dolls and buy dolls and had I been gifted dolls. This is what my room would have looked like as a little boy with dolls. And it's very special to me because this shelf is the one that's kind of helping me heal that aspect of my life and collecting. Thank God that I was able to find them, honestly. So let's take a closer look. So the Fashion Fevers right here, all 4 of them, they were new in box from a Facebook Marketplace listing. That Teresa face, I know it's not a fan favorite, but I absolutely love it. These 3, the Summer, the Teresa, and the Barbie, I think is the best representation of Barbie as a teenage fashion model. This doll was my first Generation Girl face sculpt, I think. I really wanted a Generation Girl face sculpt. I found her at the thrift store, and the fact that she had purple hair, I was just enamored. She has the yellow version of that dress that I have her on, but I think the pink one just makes more sense with her. This doll was also a thrift store find. She was a baggy doll. She was $3. Comes with the wings. The wings are behind every single other doll. She's just so beautiful. I have to redo her hair. to a more accurate hairstyle. Two Mariposa dolls in the back I got in a lot. That one doesn't have her wings. That one doesn't have her wings either. I don't really like that one, but I like the fact that she's all purple. She gives a little bit more dynamic to the shelf. These 12 Dancing Princesses dolls, the three that are not Barbie or Guinevere or whatever, the four that are not Guinevere, I got in that same lot, 17 dolls for $90, and these four were in it. And the fact that this is such a rare set, it didn't come with Fallon's pink dress, but it's such a rare set. I was so happy to find a goddess face sculpt plain line from 2000s that was fantasy and princess themed. So the fact that I have 5 of the 12 Dancing Princesses for under, what, $30? Because the Barbie was a baggy doll, and it was $3. And then that same lot of 17 dolls also came with Prince Eric. Didn't come with any of his outfit. I'm gonna order it online, but it didn't come with the crown, which is great because I can't find the crown online. I found that Rapunzel the same time I found the Guinevere. Crown still attached, the dress just missing the shoes. You notice a lot of my dolls are missing shoes. That's because they're thrifted, and thrifted dolls is very hard to come by with the shoes on. Found these 3 at the same time. Again, they're baggy dolls, so in total I paid like $10 for all 3. The fact that I found this midge at the thrift store is the reason why, 1, I count myself lucky because I wanted this doll for so long, and 2, I'm not going crazy for that chase doll right now because I found this doll at the thrift store. It's the exact same doll. I'm so happy to have her. So happy to have her in my collection. So lucky that I paid $3 for her because I do not want to pay $50 for a naked doll. Ordered the dress for $10, so in total that midge was $13. I wanted a Raquel and I wanted a Summer. Originally, I wanted the Life in the Dream House. But honestly, these are just as good. This one, I don't think I'll ever find that outfit because the only listing is for like $90 new in box. It's a silver outfit. This one, I found that outfit. So again, in total, I paid $13 for this doll. This is the Rainbow Wave 2 Summer. I think she's just so gorgeous. These 2 I am so grateful and lucky to have. This one was $2 at a flea market in New Hampshire. I had no idea who she was. I just picked her up. She was in an Elsa dress, and I saw her face in the hair, and I was like, this doll is absolutely stunning. Who is she? Figured out that she was a Fashion Fever hair highlights. The outfit for this doll comes and goes for me. I had the opportunity to buy the outfit for like $10, $20 for both outfits many times, but I just don't do it because I don't like it. I don't like her original outfit. I'll do it just to have the original doll. This doll sat at my local flea market for literally almost a decade. I started going to that flea market in like 2012, 2013. And I got her last year. She was $60. New in box, of course, which is why I got her, because new in box, this doll is like really difficult to find. But she was $60, which is why she sat at a flea market for a decade, because nobody goes into the flea market expecting to pay $60 for one item, let alone a doll. She's one of my favorite Barbies, even though some people may say it's cultural appropriation, me being one of them, but she could be Asian, right? This is my favorite part of this entire shelf. The gag was that I found this one and this one when I found Guinevere and Rapunzel. I also found Brietta at the same time. However, I only bought Rayla and I only bought Annika. And I left Brietta behind because I was like, I don't know who she is. Out of the 3 of them, Rayla is honestly my favorite one. So I come home and I figure out that not only is this one the rarest one, but she's also the most expensive. So in order for me to complete the Barbie and the Magic of Pegasus dolls, I would have had to drop $100 for this doll. So I went back to look for her and she was gone. I literally went back the next morning. Like, I bought them at like 5 p.m. I went back at 9 a.m. the next morning. She was gone. I was hurting the entire year last year because I missed out on Brietta. And I like the doll. Of course, what's not to like? She's strawberry blonde. She has this baby pink dress. Like, she was the Pegasus. Although, to be honest, I liked her better as a Pegasus. And I was just so hurt that I didn't even have Annika and Rayla on display. But then, again, this is just, it's literally like these dolls come to you because the listing of 17 dolls that I keep talking about had her in it. And that's the only reason why I bought it, because I wanted to redeem myself. And this doll was among those 17 dolls for 90 bucks. I 100% believe that I got my money's worth. I cannot believe that I stumbled upon Brietta twice. And the fact that I basically have the entire Barbie and Magic of Pegasus doll line complete, I just have to get Prince Aiden, and I will get him new in box. He's not that expensive, and he was my favorite character. He also comes with Miss Shivers, that diva, literally the best character of the movie, so I'm really excited to order him. I'm probably going to order him after this video. That lot of $17, I got a second Annika, and I got the fashion pack from Barbie Swan Lake from Odette. So I have her in an Odette outfit. I also got the Odette that same day that I got Annika and Guinevere and Rapunzel. My best friend really likes Barbie Swan Lake, so she took Odette. I just restyled it all for her and she took Odette home. But yeah, I'm just missing Prince Aiden and Prince Derek's clothes, and this shelf to me is solidified. I can pour cement over the shelf. I'm just so happy, so honored that these girls basically picked me. Like the Scarlet Witch said.
Thanks for choosing me to be your mom.
So this shelf is just an overflow of my princesses slash early 2000s shelf. I have my Cali girl Leia, which I handpicked, but she was only 10 bucks. Absolutely love her. She just looks so Latina to me. I have the budget Rapunzel that I found with Annika and Guinevere and the other Rapunzel. I have the Wizard of Oz dolls. This doll, all the way to the right, I thought was just so quirky. She's just like this doll that you could get at bakeries that you had to bake cakes around. And last but certainly not least is my Barbie Fashionista shelf. I was just so happy to be present for such a monumental moment in history and Barbie history, which was the introduction of different body types, particularly the curvy body type. Now, curvy Barbies are something that I gravitate towards whenever they do like looks. They do Barbie Fashionistas. I always go for the curvy girls. Me being a curvy girl myself, I identify with the curvy girl. My first curvy Barbie was Miss Man with the blue hair and the pink denim outfit. Second one was the Spanish one in the front with the florals, and so on and so forth. This is my most diverse shelf. This is what I gravitate towards. This is what I would pick. And yeah, I'm just so happy that we live in a time where we can all be represented in Barbie form, all bodies, all ethnicities. We do sacrifice a lot in clothing quality, but if that means that we're gonna get, unique face molds, unique hair types, unique body types, then I just, I don't mind scavenging through like the thousands of Barbie fashion packs that were already released in the past, or making my own clothes. It shouldn't have to be that way, but if I had to choose, I would choose the diversity over clothing quality, which is what they're basically making us do. Absolutely love this shelf. Happy to be here. Happy to have them. My living room, I have this Barbie clock that I got from Burlington, I believe, and I wanted to have a table, but I had to have half of a shelf in order to fit the rest of my stuff. On the table, I wanted to have a Barbie playset, and originally I wanted the Barbie and the Rockers playset because I love music. I love music. I play the piano myself. So any music themed dolls, I absolutely adore. That's the way to my heart. I found this piano set. It was a lot, and it came with a Superstar Barbie and Superstar Ken. And it was a Superstar Barbie piano set, and it's just so beautiful that I instantly bought it. This was my birthday present to myself this year. The lore is that Barbie left Barbie and the Rockers to pursue a solo career, and she's actually doing really well on her own. She just won her first Grammy, so she is having a private get-together. Ken is serenading her with her ex-band members. Diva is singing, and Dee Dee, which I still have to restyle, is playing the violin. She's currently in the bathroom right now. She also invited Date Night Ken and Barbie, and Barbie, also known as CEO Barbie or Working Girl Barbie, just so happens to be the CEO of Superstar Barbie's record label. So that's why she was invited, and she brought her date. This is a fashion set that I bought at the antique shop that I go to. I bought it because I had never seen it before. It's a great date fashion pack. The dress kind of reminded me of, I don't know if you guys have seen those dresses that pop up on Shein all the time, where it's like those corset of like stained glass. inspired. I just thought the outfit was so gorgeous, so I had to have it. I love having this as the centerpiece in my entire collection, right underneath the clock. And this is, oh, this will not stay put, and I hate that. So our filming this has been such a nightmare, so please appreciate. This is my Rivals of Barbie shelf. Even though Monster High was also created by Mattel, this is how I keep myself in check from spending way too much money on other doll brands. So I have a couple OMGs that I gotta put in here, like Kitty K, the one that's inspired by Lady Gaga. I have a couple of Rainbow Highs. I was there for the beginning of Rainbow High. I was there for the beginning of OMG. I had almost every single doll of each doll line, but I sold because I just couldn't keep up. It was getting out of hand. It was getting too irresponsible. So if it doesn't fit on the shelf, I'm not gonna get it. That's how I keep myself in check. At the antique shop, I found Gem and the Holograms doll. I found, I think her name is Tiffany Taylor or Tuesday Taylor. I found a Max Steel at the thrift store, and I had this doll when I was a little boy. The only, like, action figure doll that I was allowed to have. These are Maxi dolls from the 80s. This one is so gorgeous. It's giving Topanga as Bratz that I have standing. This Fiona is my favorite Bratz doll of all time, which is why I couldn't get rid of her. Just recently sold these two Jades, which is why I wanted to make this video before I shipped them out. Got a bunch of Monster High Generation 1 dolls at the same flea market in New Hampshire that I got. Fashion Fever Hair Highlights doll. I got them for $5 a piece. I think I ended up spending like $50 because that's how much they had. I just thought it was a good price and I bought them, but I'm trying to sell them because I'm not a Monster High girly. The Cora girls are my most recent addition. I saw somebody review them and I'm like, those girls are so beautiful. Down here, I have some of my movies and some Funko Pops inspired by movies and TV shows. And then last but definitely not least, I have like my Disney movie like inspired dolls. I recently just got this entire collection at the thrift store of Descendants dolls for under $30. They're baggy dolls, so $2 per bag for like $4 or $5. I got them because they had Jane Carlos. They're so hard to find, so the fact that they were included in the lot finally made me take the plunge and get them. I didn't want to get them because I know they're expensive and these dolls are really poor quality. So I wouldn't pay more than $30 for the entire lot because they're really bad quality. And I'm just surprised that they're that popular because they're not good dolls. And of course my Wicked movie dolls. Everyone that I wanted except Fiero. I ordered my Glinda dolls by the end of July, so I didn't have that problem of not finding them in stores. I have loose ends everywhere in my house. Like these dolls that are definitely going on shelves eventually. I just have to find the right outfit. Another loose end is that I've always wanted a Barbie car, but I didn't want the Corvette. I didn't want the basic ones. I wanted the pickup truck from the Sweet Orchid farm. I wanted the red one, but the red one's expensive. And then this pink one I stumbled upon the thrift store and it was $5. So I got it, but I don't know where to put it. Another loose end is this art piece that I've been working on that I wanted to finish before making this video, but I just haven't had the time to finish it. This one inspired by the carrying cases from like the 70s. That we have reached the end of my doll collecting video. My hand is literally shaking because I have been carrying around this 18-inch ring light to get some close-ups. But thank you guys so much for watching. Really appreciate the Barbie community. I've been part of a lot of communities: Funkos, Marvel Legends, Bratz, OMGs, Rainbow Highs, and honestly the Barbie community for me personally has been the one that has been the kindest. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please comment, like, share, and subscribe. I would refilm this without the shakiness, but I'm so tired. That was a lot of dolls to go through.